Hi, welcome to Manish IT. This is Manish. Today I am going to discuss about manipulators in C++. Before discussing manipulators, we have to know about what is manipulations. What is meaning of manipulations? So manipulation means what? It modifies some changes. So that means by using manipulations we can change the output. So let us start our topic. So manipulators in C++. So first point is manipulators are instruction to the output stream that modify the output in various ways. Second is manipulators are that are used to formatted the output display. Third is it is mainly used for make up the program. And next one is manipulators function are a special stream function that changes certain characteristics of the input and output. Next is it to carry out the operations of the manipulator functions in user program. The header file input and output manipulator, that is iomanip.h, must be included within the program. Next, it is two types of manipulators. So first is manipulator operator and second is manipulator function. So first manipulator operator is also called non-argument manipulators, that is endl and indes. Next, manipulator function is also called argument manipulators. So in that setw, setfill, setprecision, setbase and setios flags, these all are comes under manipulator functions. So all are belongs to iomanip.h. But when we are go through manipulator operators, that is indel and indes, then it is not mandatory to write iomanip.h. But whenever you will go through manipulators function, then it is compulsory to write iomanip.h. Whenever you are going through manipulator function, then it is compulsory to write this iomanip.h. So within our program, so here all these manipulators are working on cout. That's why cout is also used to formatted output, and cout belongs to iostream.h. And I already told that all these manipulators are working on cout. Since here one interesting thing is whenever you will use the manipulators, then you have to use iomanip.h. And while iomanip.h is there, then no need to use iostream.h, because of iomanip.h is also worked on cout output. So next our next discussion is some important manipulators we have to know about that. So first is show pause. It means it forces to show a positive sign on positive numbers. Next is no show pause. It means it forces not to write a positive sign on positive numbers. Next, show base. It indicates the numeric base of numeric values. Next is uppercase. It means it forces uppercase letters for numeric values. Next, no uppercase. It means it forces lowercase letters for numeric values. Next, fixed. It means it uses decimal notation for floating point values. Scientific. It means it uses scientific floating point notation. Next, hex, read and write hexadecimal values for integer, and it works same as the set base. Inside set base we have to use 16 because of we want to read and write hexadecimal format. So see, dec is nothing but decimal. So read and write decimal values for integers, that is set base 10. Next, oct, read and write octal values for integers, that is set base 8. Left, it means it adjusts output to the left side, and right, it means it adjusts output to the right side. So next, our next discussion is endl operator. So endl and indes operator, we are simultaneously we are saw this within our also we saw within our program. So endl operator generally to print the output in different lines we are going to use slash n, but in C++ it's having endl function instead of slash n. Actually slash n also works in C++, but C++ gives a predefined operator. So question is that what is difference between slash and endl? Before differences, we have to know about some its part. So see, first is it is defined in OStream. It is used to enter a new line, already I told, and after entering a new line, it flushes, and that means it forces all the output written on the screen or in the file that output stream. Index is nothing but it is also defined in OStream, and it inserts a null character into the output stream. It typically works with std colon colon OStream when the associated output buffer needs to be null terminated to the proceed as a C string. So these all are so we have to see about what is difference between slash n and endl. So slash n and endl, first difference is slash n is also called backslash character and endl is called manipulator. And second difference is every backslash has takes 1 byte memory, but endl function does not takes no bytes of memory. So we can say that no bytes required in endl function. So example, we I have said like I already told that we can use both slash n as well as endl within C++. For new line, when you are using slash n, then it is used directly after text, but whenever you are using endl, then you have to use insertion operation or extraction operator to separate. It is not directly used after text. So see, suppose I have taken like a example. So I am going to give you one example for a slash n and as well as endl. So how it's working, see, suppose I want to enter I want to print like something and nothing. So simply I have written these all things in double quotation whatever we want to print on console screen. So we have to write that statement within double quotation, and here I have used slash n. Slash n, how it works, I so see on the console screen how it's printing. So due to this slash n, it's our cursor whenever this line is executed, then our cursor is moved from due to slash n to new line, and next this line is executed, so nothing is printed. Now see how it's working in endl with endl. So endl is also like something is written in within double quotation, and next insertion operator used and endl function is used. So see one here I have written like I already discussed tell that slash n is written in within the double quotation, but endl function is separated by insertion operator. So it's rule to write this slash n and endl. So see out we having written within the double quotation like nothing. So it also printing same like same something and new line having nothing. So our next discussion is like we are going to suppose if you want to print this something and nothing in one line with one space. So what you are doing. So before like means index function I already discussed it. Index function it gives us one space within the string or character. So suppose you are writing like you if you are writing like something and nothing, and you want to print in one line statement with one space. So suppose our written program instruction is written like this. So see out inside double quotation something and insertion operator, and then we have to use index function, index operator. So here whenever our compiler comes here, then our compiler understood we have to give a one single blank space or white space to then after executed this line. So after read this line, how it's printing looking, see this, it's printing like this, something one space then nothing. So it is all these operators we have to we will see in the last of in the end of the video in within our program. So I already discussed we having two types of manipulators. One is manipulator operators and another is manipulator functions. So whenever we will use manipulator function, then we have to use iomanip.h. So here we are going to discuss about setw and setfill function. So we have to know about it. What is this? So setw is nothing but it is going to allocate a specified number of spaces on the screen, and it is going to print the text from right to left. It is a very important thing, it is printing right to left. Generally what's happened, left to right, but it is printing right to left. But here setw is what it is used to fill the character on output stream, and it only works with setw function. So setfill whenever you are used setfill function, then you have to use setw function, then it will work, otherwise it will not work. So see, suppose you are adding, suppose you want to, you have written like program as example, cout slash 1 and slash and 10 was slash and 100. So how it's printing on the screen? So see this, it's printing like looking like this. After executing this line, it's printing on the screen like this. So after suppose you are adding this, so it is not addition formatted. So if you are simply add it this number, then you are getting 300. So it is not correct. So we have to use write another way. How we can write like left to right, but it is printing like right to left. So it is sorry, it is printing left to right, but we need to print right to left, then it is corrected. So how we can, so that's why we need to set w function. So how it's working? So see this, our logic written like this: cout set w and 5, whatever you have inside this setw function, whatever value you have passed, that value is becomes like blank space. It's giving like blank space, and that number executed within this blank space. So here I have written like simply setw5 and insertion operator 1 and next endl for next line, and next is setw5 and 10, and similarly it's 100. So how after execution of these three lines, how it's printing on screen? So see, it's printing like this. So it gives like five space, and four is blank space, one is filled with one, because of we already inserted here. Three is a blank space and two is inserted due to this 10, and here two is blank space, and three value has filled with like 100. So next now I want to fill this blank space with some extra character. Like I want to fill this blank space with star. Then how it happens, then how we need, how it's happened, how we can fill this? So then we need to set fill function. So set fill function is what it works on, like whenever you want to fill this blank space with some another character, so you have to use set fill function. And how it's working? So see, we have to write our logic like cout insertion operation set fill, and inside this set fill function we have to pass our character what we want to fill here. So I already told that I want to fill here star. So that character must be written within single quotation. So here I have used single quotation star single quotation. So now how it's after our program once again executed from here, and how it's looking like this. So see, it's looking like this. See, every blank space filled with a star, and whatever number is executed, that is same. So now important point is setfill function only works. I already discussed about this. Setfill function only works with setw function. That means without setw function it does not work. So now here, instead of blank space, it is filled with a star symbol. So suppose user want to this star symbol, they enter like some underscore operator, and here blank space. So how we can write, how we can change. So suppose I want to in the first line star symbol, second line underscore symbol, and third one is blank space. So we have to change our logic. These are all logic we have to change. So see this how it's happening. So we have to write like this our logic. See out set fill with a star. After executed this line, our compiler comes to this second line, and it's executed this line, and setw it gives us 5 space, and in that 5 space from right to left, right side is right, first position is filled with 1, and another all 4 position is filled with a star. So simply like it's looking like this. So now next is C out. So C out is setw5 set fill and underscore. So under underscore after execution, similarly its execution part is similarly, and here I have used a blank space. Simply inside double quotation, inside single quotation, we have used a space blank, that is white space. So after execution, these all lines, how our output is looking like this. So see, first is filled with a star, second is filled with underscore, and third one is I want to show like a white space. So that's why it's executed like this. So these all are working of setw function and setfill function. So next our next is like set precision, how it works. Set precision precision function, so say it is nothing but it sets value as the new value for the precision of floating point values. So it means how it works. Suppose user has entered one user has like written like C out and 22 by 7.0. So simply it what it gives, it simply gives 3.142758. So it's out, our output is looking like this. So now but user want to suppose user want to a specific number, want to print only a specific number, not these all. Suppose user has here we having, we saw that see after three after decimal point it's giving 6 digit. So but user want to only 2 digits like 3.14. Then how we can print like then we need to set precision function. So set precision function, how it works. So see after written like we have to write like our logic like C out, insertion operator, set precision, and whatever you want to number enter, that means inside this bracket you have to use how many numbers you want to print after decimal point. So I want to print only 2 digit 1 4, so we have to pass 2, and simply we have to write like 22 divided by 7.0. So simply it gives output like 3.14. So it is now, but if user has entered like set precision to and only integer value, it is not fractional until it is integer, so its output is giving also integer only 140. Why? So here one important thing is that it does not affect with integer number, because of already I told it set precision is only applicable for floating point values, but it is what it is integer type, so that's why it's not working with integer type and simply printing that value same as. So now we are going to discuss about next function, set base function. So what is set base function? So see its definition. Setbase is it is used to set the numeric base values for numeric values. So it means it is used to set base values simply. So suppose user has example 52. Suppose it is a decimal number, and we have to write our logic like cout setbase, and setbase function, inside setbase function we have to pass it. It means what? I want to print octal number of 52. So we have to, what number we want to octal, so that number is written like here. So I want to for this all line, it means I want to get octal number of 52. So it's simply printing what? It's simply printing octal number of 52 is 64. So next line is set base 16. So it means I want to print hexadecimal number of 52. So it's simply printing like 34. So next line is cout set base 10. It means what? I want to decimal number of this 0064. So the 0064 is what? It is our compiler and our compiler understood these numbers are like hexadecimal, and we here by mistake here number is like x 0x64. So by mistake here 0. So our compiler understood it. Why it is a hexadecimal number, I and want to, so sorry, it is like octal number, and user want to print that number in decimal value. So that's why it's past 10. So it's simply printing like 52. So these all are about a set base function. So next we have see set iOS flags function, how it work. So it's suppose first we have to see its definition. It is used to set the format flags specified by parameters masks. So suppose as example I have taken like example for string cout setw 10, and insertion operator set iOS flags, and inside that we have to write iOS colon colon and then left. So I already this left manipulators, and this left what is meaning of left I already discussed about. So here I once again I want to tell you, left means it adjusts output to the left side. So simply and I want to print Rohan. So how it's printing like Rohan? It is printing Rohan. So it means it gives us as a, and next line comes and cout set w10 and set iOS flags, and once again iOS colon colon left, and here Chaudhary. So what's happened? So here it's simply to get the we can say that to get the formatted output we need to set iOS flag. So everyone has seen in the hotel bill, electricity bill, whatever is there printed, that is informated. So due to this, so we can also use this set iOS flag with number system. So number system is what? So we have to use cout set iOS flag, and in that we have to iOS colon colon oct. We have to, I want to print I want to convert this 52 number as in the octal format. So it's simply printing like 64. Here in the next line I want to printing this 52 as a hexadecimal. So it's 32. So next is I want to printing this number, this octal number is within decimal number, so it's simply printing like 52. So next is say example for sign representation. It is also used set iOS flags. It is also used to sign representation. So see out set iOS flags, and I have written here show pos here by mistake pos, but here what happened? Show pos, SSHOW POS. So then it's giving like what it's printing simply before 10 it's simply printing positive single, but whenever I have written like a -10, but it's giving a -10. It means what? It is not working with negative sign, with negative number. So actually here I have passed 10, and 10 is a positive number, but I want to display plus. So that's why we have to use this number. But here I have written like negative number, so we can simply, it is one important thing is it is not working with positive negative numbers. So that's why it's give simply printing with negative to negative number. So next is it is also used in scientific notation. So see out set ios flag and ios, and this scientific manipulators are used, and simply I want to this. So it's printing like 4 and point 4 e power something. So these all, now we are moving to Turbo C++ to see all these manipulators implementation within our program, how to implement that. And see that all things I have implemented here. So whatever I have told, indel function and index function. So slash n here I have used slash n, and this also here slash n and indel function. So now I have also written like working of indel's index function, how it works. So simply after index function we have to use something and index this operator within this to when I want to getting a space. So in between that I have written index function and then indel for new line. And next one I have like these operators for set w. So simply I have given like these numbers how it's printing, and then working of set w how it works. I written like this our program. So next see out set w5, this is going to 5 space, and it's printing right to left. So from right side, first position it's printing 1, and then for this line it's printing 10, and for this line it's printing 100, and all that are with blank space. After working of set w, it's printing like working of set fill. How it's working, I already all these things I have already discussed. So how it's working, so I will simply show you all that program and run this. After after compile it and I run it. So set fill function with a star, and after execution it's looking whatever I have discussed that. And now user has so see here one instruction is also printed there. Here user want to fill the first line with star, second line with underscore, and third is space. So simply that is also implemented. And see I am going to compile it and show you. So here our compilation is successful. So now I want to run this. So see, first line is something nothing, then another first is for new line, and second is some once again something nothing for indel function, and next it's printing working of index. So index function something nothing, one space in between. So it's successful. And next simply I have printed like 1 10 100. So now working of set w, how it's work. So see this due to set w within set w I have passed 5, so it's giving like 5. So 5 blank space from right side, it's printing that number. So it's looking like this 1 10 100. And next one thing how it's working set fill with set fill function. So see this I have written like a star, so it's filled with a star. So here user want to fill like first line with star, second line with underscore, third one is blank space. So now it's also printing same thing. So our it means our everything is whatever I have implemented there, that is everything is correct. So next our next function next I will show you what is our next function. So see in this function, see out working of set precision. So it's printing like, and suppose the user want to enter like 20 by 2 by 7. So it's see out simply it gives us output as whatever output it's showing. And simply whatever I have told you in that in there. So that all things I have implemented here. So you can see one after pushing that video, you can see by clearly. And so see this, see out user want to print only 2 digits after decimal using set precision function. So I have also clearly written all that statement. So after using this set precision function, I have passed 2 and simply 22 divided by 7.0. So after printing, it's giving us 3.14. So simply now I want to suppose user has entered like 124. Now set precision function is how it works. So see, but it does not work with integer value. So it's directly printing 124. So it's giving us message and printing. So now next is setw. Why I will give here 50, 58, 53. I will show after I will tell you during running the program. So see out next, these all are set base. So here see this set base, the octal number is 52 is set base, and I have passed here 8 for octal, and it gives us like 64. And similarly for hexadecimal it gives us 34, and similarly it's that number 64. So see this here, for octal number it's simply 0064. For decimal hexadecimal, it is rule for return of hexadecimal x 0x34. So it's simply printing. After printing, what is the result you can so see. So next is line is what. So next line is working of set ios flag function. So example, for example, a string I have already discussed that screen string how it's that work. So that all whatever I have discussed in that presentation, that all thing is implemented here. So now I am going to compile this and show you. So our compilation is successful. So I run this program. So see this, working first is printing working of set precision, and suppose user has entered 22 by 7. So simply it gives output like 3.1452857. So user now user want to print only 2 digit after decimal. Everything is written as a statement and also gives us same that. So then user want to digit after decimal number, so it gives correctly. So suppose the user has entered 124, but it does not work with integer value, so that's why it's printing 124 directly. So now I have here due to slash n, you do not get confused. So that's why I have here used like blank space to move that all that setbase function from no any confusion. So here simply printing working of setbase function, and suppose user has entered 52. So octal number of 52 is what, 64, that is correct. Hexadecimal of 52 is what, 34, that is also correct. Decimal number of 0064 is what, 52, that is correct. Decimal number of 0x34 is what, 52, that is also correct. Then next the next is working of set ios flags. So example for string Raju, and next I have also I already discussed tell that it set ios flag gives us a formatted output. So it's Raju and Srivastav, it's linking printing like formatted type. So next is example for number system. So how it's working, octal for 52 is 64, hexadecimal for 52 is 34, decimal for 52 is 52. So by mistake it's here 52 it's printing like I also correct there. So next is example for sign representation. User has entered 10, then 10 using that sign. So it's see this here simply it's printing like positive 10. So but user has entered minus 10, then what's happened? It's simply printing like 10. So I have also mentioned there. So post function only works with positive number. So next is for scientific values. So user has entered 14.124562. So then it's simply printing plus 1.41 e plus 01. So here by mistake whatever I am doing that I want to change there. So here see, decimal of 52 is decimal. So here decimal of like 0064, then it is corrected. So see, after running that, so see this decimal of 0064 is 52. That is correct. So that's thing I have I already said. So here you can also see this whatever I have implemented here. So these all things are written like this. So see, here I have set setiosflags and oct, and in that soap post there in presentation I have simply written like POS, but by mistake is there. But function is what? Soap post. So that's why here, within our program it is correct. Soap post, then it's showing positive number. But here with the negative sign I already used soap post, but it's simply giving. But why? So I have clearly mentioned in one message, so post only works with positive number, and then endl function for next line. So here I have written set iOS flags, iOS scientific, and then that number. So it's simply printing that scientific number. So if you having any question, please comment in the comment box. And this video is really helpful to you, then please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. So thank you for watching and listening my presentation.